Hey Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, it's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. But most importantly, because when you like or comment on my channel, because of quantum physics, basically, there is no such thing as linear time. And so when you do that, our energies connect. And the reading is much more likely to be resonant for you. I'm connected to your energy, and I like that. So I appreciate that. I also want to encourage you to go ahead and hit the notification bell if you're subscribed so that you're notified when I upload videos, which I generally do on Mondays. And I guess that's it. Oh, check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Some of these readings have been very specific, and so you might find that the answer for you is not in your sun sign, but it might be over in your rising or in your moon sign. There are different aspects of you that might resonate more this week than others with the energy. So I am going to do a monthly reading. I will timestamp it, so you can skip straight to that if you would like. But let's take a look at these weekly energies, which look a little tough. A little tough, but with victory. So I kind of like that. Let's see how we are. All right, so what we've got going on here, the first things I see are these two fives. Fives are about change, and these changes are not comfortable. Oh, I really took that down. Pop it up just, oh, everything's going crazy. Okay, so we have this Five of Pentacles and this feeling left out, feeling lonely, feeling sad, feeling not part of the deal. Why does everybody else have stuff and I don't? And this Five of Cups, regret over loss. This is tough energy, not gonna lie, but it is about change. It is about opportunity for change. So let's just see what else we have here, because we have this beautiful Ace of Swords, which is about cutting out what's not working to allow the healing to happen. And so I feel like if you surgically remove the energy around this, if you allow the healing to happen by not, I don't want to use the word dwelling. That's not the word I want. But by being optimistic and looking forward and seeing that there are other opportunities, by allowing yourself to heal. One thing I noticed is there's a dog and a dog, the dog of loyalty. And so I want to suggest to you, look around and see who is around you that is supporting you, that's there, who's with you, because we have a dog also in this one. And so I feel like somehow loyalty, and there's a dog in this one too. Loyalty is really important. Who are your friends? Who can help you? If your friends are making you feel left out, then that's the wrong group of friends. But here we go. This is overcoming obstacles. This is a blind man running a race with his guide dog there, right? So who are your friends? And being cheered on and being supported and being victorious. Maybe not, he's not going to be the winner, right? He's not first across the finish line, but he is a winner because of his positive attitude about overcoming obstacles, by choosing the attitude of success. So no matter what your circumstances are, you cannot always control your circumstances. You can, however, choose your attitude. And so I feel like this week, choosing your attitude becomes really important. Really important. So we'll get to that with the channeled information, but it's important. Okay, so we walk into the week with the moon moving into Leo around noon, so 12:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. And this is energy about wrapping things up, about that. What have you been working hard to maintain your position of respect? So finishing up projects so that, you're feeling accomplished, and so that you're being recognized for the accomplishment. And I feel like there's a lot of resistance to something you're trying to do. So the resistance feels like, though, it might be coming more from inside of you. Like, it's kind of hard to get out of bed this morning to get out there and do the things I need to do, especially coming off of that hangover of that Cancer energy over the weekend, being where it was in your chart, you know, in groups and group activities. If you've been feeling kind of left out, then you might be having to really push yourself forward, but then surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine and know that you're being guided and you are being protected. You have loyal friends. Spirit is around you. You are protected. The question is, can you choose your attitude before you get out of bed in the morning? And yes, you can. Slap your little hands together and go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what today brings. Right? And we have healing, Regine. We have healing. She's showing up a lot today. She showed up in both decks. I'm just going to, real quick, because I feel like if I don't read this, then she's going to come back again, and then I will feel like I missed it. So, so it says, your time of healing is here. Past hurts will recede. Be inspired to create. This in itself is healing. It is your birthright to create. So your creative energy. And the King of Wands is all about creating something. You're pushing through the obstacles and the pain and the discomforts and the unfairness of situations or whatever it is, whatever got in your way, deciding to create for yourself by surgically removing what's not working, being willing to try something new and creative. It could be about work. It could be about, I don't know, are you an artist at heart? Do you like to grow things? You know, something that is creative, that grows, that takes a project from start to finish. And there's lots of ways to do that. It can be creating a new filing system. I'm not even kidding, because if it makes your life easier and you have that sense of, I did this, I took an idea and I started it and I worked it all the way through and I figured it out, that is still creation. It is creation, and it doesn't matter what it is. So maybe you're creative in the way you like to decorate and design your house. Maybe you're creative in actual, I don't know, building new systems and plans of how things come into play, because that kind of becomes a thing that could really happen. I do want to remind you, I guess, that while you're going through this difficult time, if you are feeling judged by other people, their opinions of you does not matter, really. I do think that there's going to be this need to feel like you need to impress some people this week. Like you need to say, no, hey, I need to be validated, and so you're going to like feel like you need to kind of fight hard to maintain your position of respect. But unless they are your boss and they're responsible for your raise, mostly what other people think about you doesn't matter. It's your self-respect that matters, okay? So allow the healing to happen. But heal through being creatively busy and by choosing a positive, encouraging attitude for yourself. And listening to good music. Like not sad stuff, but happy stuff. Find happy stuff, you know? And so the moon is going to move on Wednesday into Virgo, the sign of you. And so this is your time to really review and analyze your fluctuating finances, organizing things. That's why I'm thinking that, you know, it could be that is how you show your creativity. It does not matter how you do it. It really doesn't. But you need to release stuff to allow the peace to flow in. Release the negative attitude is what this feels like. And if you are a Scorpio who is cross-watching, because this is your moon sign or your rising sign, or you're peeking in on a boyfriend or whatever, whatever the reason, happy birthday to you. Because on Wednesday at 1:20 p.m., the sun is going to move into Scorpio. And so begins the season of transformation and transition. And you have gray squirrel. Find new ways of solving problems. That's creative. Creative problem solving. What do you need to eliminate? What do you need to cut out? Whatever means creation to you. This is a really good week for it. And try to wrap up projects and get them going and stuff at the beginning of the week. Because when we get to Friday, a couple of things are happening. One, Mercury is moving into what they call the storm phase. It's still in the shadow. It's not retrograde until the 31st, but things are really slow. And you're going to start to feel the chaos setting in of delays and miscommunications and the things that go with Scorpio in retrograde. I mean, the Mercury in retrograde. And in Scorpio, it is in your, let me just check my chart here because I don't want to misspeak. It is in your first, in Scorpio. Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing. You are Virgo. It's in your third house of communication. Ooh, Mercury's in your third house of communication. Whoa, okay. Pay attention to the details of communication. Think before you speak. Check for grammar and punctuation, whatever. Try to see if what you're trying to say is being clearly disseminated between now and, until Mercury is out of its shadow sometime in December. I don't have the actual date in front of me. So, really slowing it down and paying attention to how you communicate with words and written is going to be really important because Mercury rules communication and it is in your third house of communication. That's some intense stuff there that the other ones may not have bothered you like this one's going to. Okay, so this is an opportunity to be very productive, but probably not in group situations. You'll probably find yourself most productive over the weekend in solitude because the moon is also void of course. And so it's void of course in Libra, and so kind of instead of being out and about and everything, you might find yourself like, going within kind of, but feeling productive, accomplishing something. So this creative project here that you're working on has a real opportunity to get something done. The moon does go noon. It goes into Scorpio. It goes at 11:39 p.m. and we have a new moon. Just whatever. Now, this is about that sovereign energy inside of you, understanding that you are a spark of the divine wrapped in a human body. You can create for yourself what you want. You can transform your life in the way you want. This is the balancing of the yin and the yang energies. This is the I am independent, and if you do not accept me as an equal, I don't need you in my life energy of Lilith. So yeah. So you have guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. Your beacon being your spiritual higher self, connecting with the divine. Allow yourself to really tap into that hermit energy, right? The hermit rules Virgo. And so, that inner voice, that inner knowing, that inner awareness that you are a spark of the divine. And we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. I am so happy for you, Virgo, because it has seemed like a very tough cycle. So, Scorpio is all about transformation. It is about the death and the rebirth. It is really some powerful energy of releasing and allowing things to go fallow, to break down and be reabsorbed into... Did I not take one of these? It appears I did not. This is for this energy of the Libra. Of the Libra moon. Let's see what we get. Oh, you have awakening presence. This is not the first time I've seen this today. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So yes, going within, listening to your higher self, allowing the guidance to come forward for you. This is how you're going to get to where you need to go in this energy that allows a transformation. And so the good news is that you're ending that tough cycle. Is finally getting ready to end. That is amazing and couldn't happen to a more deserving group of people right now. Holy cow, you guys have been through it. So, timestamp 14:30. All right, so Virgo, I did some channeling of energy and information. Oh, there you are, 14:30. And what I did is I took index cards of different colors, and I closed my eyes, I shuffled them up, and I felt into their energy. And you have yellow, which represents the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus, the solar plexus. So self-confidence, right? Self-confidence, being willing to understand and believe that you can accomplish anything, you can overcome anything. This is belief in self is going to be the key for the month, for the Scorpio season. And the other thing is I heard attracting, not chasing. Attracting, magnetizing the situation and drawing it into you, right? Not dwelling in the feeling left out in the cold energy. That's chasing energy. Attracting, knowing that you are abundance, you are divine and abundance, and you bring to you. So believing in that. So actually what I saw was this magnet, just like sitting on a table, but it was pretty big. And I saw these pins go flying across the table and smack into it and stick to it. And so lots of opportunities. But you need to set clear intentions, because I heard focus, self-confidence, and discerning. And so I feel like there's so many pins on there that it might be too much, like too many opportunities. So what do you need to surgically remove? How do you use that discerning process of the Ace of Swords to figure out what is the right opportunities for you? And I heard separating the chaff from the wheat, and I saw, the scythe, cutting the, cutting out, oh gosh, I did. I saw a scythe, and here we have the Ace of Swords as surgery. Cutting out what's not going to benefit you. Removing that, discerning what to keep, and focusing on that, and using that as the... So, this guy did not run this race without focusing really hard on the training process of it. So, for you, I channeled some I am statements for the month, and I have... I am magnetic. I attract the abundance of the universe. I am discerning. I am magnetic. I attract the abundance of the universe. I am discerning. So, let's go ahead and get into the, call it the 9-card spread. It's never 9 cards. Oh, once in a while it is, and I'm like, what? That happens sometimes. All right, so let's just see what we get here. The center card is the key to the situation. We're going to cover the past, the present, and the future, your thoughts, feelings, and actions. I assigned Lenormand houses to different aspects of it so that we can break it down a little more and get a little more guidance. And this card has shown up so many times. I am not surprised. Scorpio is the death and rebirth process, the letting go, the healing, and for you, it comes up as the key to the situation. And it has shown up in this position for many, or in the overall energy. So this is not surprising. That one keeps showing up too. So there's a lot of healing of past karmic situations. We have the Akashic records here, seeking this information in the past, trying to figure out, why did I go here? How did I end up here? What am I supposed to learn from this? And I think the answer isn't really the why anymore. I think at this point it's about the healing. And so it becomes, what do I want to do to move my life forward from here? What do I want to create? What is my plan for myself? Because the karma is being released. And so letting things pass through, remembering that you're not your experiences. They're just opportunities to learn and grow. You're not your emotions, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, Virgo. So, the overall energy is the War of the Roses. This is this energy here. This is the feeling, this is, and especially in the house of communication, and, Okay, Virgo, if you want to heal a situation, you need to turn this one upside down and allow the healing to happen. So these people, these situations, these things that have hurt you, surgically removing by choosing your attitude, allowing yourself to heal is the key. If you keep running it around in your mind and being angry, upset, or hurt, or whatever, continually allowing that to fester, then there's an infection and it needs to be healed. Choosing your attitude and releasing the negative energy. Okay. Transformation happens when you get out of the karmic trench. When you release yourself. The only way transformation happens is by doing this. And this is by surgically removing the anger and the resentment. By saying, and surgically removing is so easy, really. I know what that just sounded like, but it requires a few things. It requires a determination on your part that you are done with this. I'm done with this. I can't live like this. This is not working for me. I refuse to continue to live like this. And so you start writing positive affirmations, because that creates that energy around you. I'm excited about what the world is going to bring to me today. It is choosing the positive attitude, which actually every day you can do several times during the day. So if it slips, no big deal. Just do it again, right? But asking St. Michael the Archangel to come in and cut the negative cords of energy if you have not done this. I can't emphasize enough how much that helps to release yourself from the karmic trench so the transformation can occur. When this shows up in the upright up here in the area of transformation, that makes me think that, do you want to heal the situation? Do you want to heal your life? Do you want to move forward? Do you want to stop feeling like a victim? Well, if so, make the decision to transform your life. Stop saying, why did this happen to me? Instead, start asking yourself, what did I learn? What has this experience taught me that is of value for me to take forward? But releasing the pain, standing back and looking at it from a very objective, analytical viewpoint, and stepping out of the karmic trench of the emotional energy of it. Five of Cups energy is very emotionally painful. Five of Pentacles is feeling not valued. Well, you are valuable. Value yourself. And then start looking forward. Start looking forward. There is an abundance of opportunities on the horizon. You are a magnet. You're going to attract to you just by deciding to do so, stepping into that self-confidence and that self-empowerment. Overcoming the obstacles because you decided to. Because you said, enough of this crap. This is what my life wants. That's in the past, and here's what I want. And I'm making the decision, and I'm moving forward. In the recent past, you have felt a little confused by either not having enough information or having too much information, and it's created some anxieties. I feel like maybe not quite enough information, or I'm not really sure which way to go. There's all this stuff. There's so many things to be handled. I have all these forms and papers and things to figure out, and there's so much. And maybe the creative project that you do is you sit down and work your way through that pile of papers and say, okay, I'm organizing this. And imagine how much better your life is going to feel when you're done. And look at this. This is beautiful energy for in the heart. This is feeling at home, feeling abundant, feeling protected, feeling loved. It is a choice. It is a decision. Ask Jesus Christ to come in and help you. Or honestly, it does not matter who is the Christed light to you. Who are you connected to spiritually? I know I talk to people from all kinds of religions. And so who is the nurturing, the kind, the forgiving energy of your religion? Ask them to come in and love you and protect you and help you through this. Because the divine comes in all sorts of different faces so that you can find the one that you need wherever you are. But you have to ask. If you're not asking and inviting the divine in, there is this whole free will thing. Ask for the help. Ask for the healing. So that you can get to this beautiful nest here. This feeling like I've got a roof over my head. I feel loved. I feel protected. I have enough food. Whatever the issues are. In the recent past, the obstacle was, so we have the hill around. This is again, the Akashic records, and clearing karma. And so there has been a karmic situation that needed to be cleared. Obviously, the transformation is when the karma is cleared. So the decision to clear the karma is simply you asking to be released from it and you not dwelling in the murkiness of playing it over and over in your head. You choosing to be done. And you actually can do this. I know this. I've done it several times. I've said enough of that, dwelling on that, thinking about that's getting me nowhere, literally. And deciding that's not what I want my life to look like. What do I want my life to look like? Decide what you want your life to look like and start moving in that direction. Set your sights for your course. Where do you want to go? Okay, and now we have the Light of the World and the Queen of Scrolls. When I see these two cards together, what I think is Spirit is knocking at the door, and the way that you're going to get this information that you've been struggling to get, because we've got the diversity, but we've got the Five of Scrolls here, we've got the Akashic Library, the Hillaron and everything. Start journaling. If you're not already journaling, start journaling. And you can start by saying, it really hurt me when. I feel this way about. And write it all out, and write it all out, and write it all out, and get it out. Have that really, really good cry. And then burn it, and turn it over to Spirit, and release it. You can cut the karma that way too, in fire. Surgically removing what's not working. Journal on it, write on it, release it, and let it go. And make a commitment to yourself. This is commitment. But this is a commitment to yourself, to love yourself, to respect yourself, to honor yourself, to create the winning attitude for yourself. I am a winner. I can create anything I want. And I choose to create happiness. I am happy. I am joyful. I am joy-filled. Those are great affirmations. Make those commitments to yourself. Write them down. Say them. Whatever it takes. All the time. Anytime you start to feel negative, blow out the negative energy and say, that was the past. And now I am happy. It was difficult in the past. Sure, whatever. But now my future looks amazing. I am creating happiness. I am creating abundance. I am creating the life I want to live. So here you are. This is such a Virgo card. In the area of thought, we have research. Start writing. You can tap into your higher self. You can tap into... there's plenty of readers on YouTube you can find. I'm a light worker will tap into your Akashic records. I believe Queen of Cups Tarot will. Jenny Burek from Astrology for Ascension. There's a lot of people out there that offer that service. I don't, because I can't yet. Not there yet, people. But it's okay, because there's plenty of people out there that can. And so if you can't do it, there are people that can help you to research and to release the karma, to figure out what is this karmic thing and help you to release it. And I know for a fact that Jenny Burek works with Metatron, and he will, and Archangel Michael, and they will help you cut the cords of negative energy and allow the healing, the divine physician to allow the healing to come in. If you can't afford to hire someone to help you, Start with journaling it. Write it all down. And then write, I release myself. With the help of the angels, my guides, the spirit, the divine, I ask St. Michael to cut the cords, and I release myself. And then burn it and let it go. And then write down, I commit to choosing happiness. I am happy. I am joyful. I am a magnet. I attract the abundance of the universe. I am amazing because you are. And how do I know that? Because you are a spark of the divine wrapped in a human body. So obviously you're amazing. And things that happen to you, they're just experiences. They're not who you are. Don't judge yourself. You came here to learn lessons. And apparently right now you're learning some hard ones. But the tough cycle is nearing the end. Remember that? So let it go. Help it along. Write it out. Burn it. Let it go. You have faith in the process. This is trusting that everything that's happening here is leading you to a much better space. And this is against the grain. And I feel like in this case, some of the stuff sounds a little bizarre, a little out there. Maybe the people around you are all going this way and you're like, that doesn't seem to work, but I don't really know where I fit in. Because you have this left out in the cold energy of the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you're going against the grain of what you've always believed and you're forging new beliefs. But there's so much freedom when you decide that the only person you have to be accountable to is yourself. When you choose you above all. Not above the divine, but I mean above all the people. The universe so loves you for your unusual take on things, for the quirkiness in you that dares to honor that which is different and renders the impossible possible. You must never ever lose your unusual ways and become a dry, serious, appropriate, and conventional, even for the appearance sake. For you would lose your essence. You are here to show that life is about so much more than conventional success. This oracle comes with a special message for you. You are someone who lives and breathes in the depths of creative waters. There's that creative energy of Brigitte again, right? You need to lose yourself in the flow of the music, nature, dreams, imagination, fantasy, through art and literature, meditation, dance, and in the sensual wonders of the sacred waters of the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, or the bathtub. You must go against the grain. It is your way. Be who you are. Commit to yourself. I mean, talk about going against the grain. Who thinks a blind man's going to run a race? Have faith in the process. All the hard stuff you've been going through, all the stuff, this energy, this tough stuff, it was here to help you to release the karma, to get out of the karmic trench. This is why this has been happening. Timelines are shifting and things are happening on so many levels. And now it's time. So let it go and be who you are. Be that beautiful divine spark that you are. You have uncovering treasure. You have uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Let the crap go. It's weighing you down. It's holding you back. It's stopping you from sharing your beautiful gift with the world. Whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Bet you do. It's that dream, that idea, that thing that you're afraid to nurture and grow. That's the thing, right? That's the creative thing. That's where the creativity lies. What is that thing that you think about sometimes and you think, that's just crazy? That's the thing. That's the thing. So you have Pneumite, which is the healer. Heal yourself, okay? I have never seen this one. It's the healer teacher card. The divine temple. Source. Darkness and light. Shadow and light. Without the shadow, you can't appreciate the light. But you do have to step out of the shadows into the light. Now's your time to shine. You can do this. All right, Virgo. We'll talk soon. You take care.